Can't change my answer.
Did you just say beep this time?
Said yeet.
Oh, okay.
I was about to break out into song if you said beep.
Beep beep. Mischie, beep beep.
I said beep beep. She. I said
Oh my
beep
gosh.
beep. She.
Oh no, I'm a cow. I said hell no. I'm like no.
Oh no,
You
bro.
love us.
Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to more Blackheart Paradox. I was about to say more of this clusterfuck. Either way you look at it, either way is appropriate in my eyes. Go for it. Yes. Last time, our party had an interesting interaction. A very interesting interaction. They met a crazy man.
Leo has questions, but he is waiting to have a conversation.
So many things.
Now that he's not freaking out at the fact that he was kidnapped, okay?
Well,
You weren't kidnapped, you were rescued.
he was kidnapped.
Leo was rescued.
He was kidnapped, but also
the rest of you were slightly kidnapped.
This is the same person who also told them that he isn't there, so...
No. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Everybody's okay.
He was testing them. He didn't know who they were. Or so I say. But anyways, so the party then set off on a whirlwind adventure with their friend. And made it to the swamp. Where they set up. Oh no, last time we started out when they set up camp.
Yes.
Somebody fell asleep. Somebody curled up next to an alligator.
Somebody sat on the gator.
Hey, listen, Kel's not smart. Kel thought it was a log.
And then people kept running towards its face after Leo said, "Don't do that."
Kel is melee.
Yes, but you can attack it from behind.
Not the mouth. Just avoid the mouth.
Headshots deal more damage.
How
My
do you
defense,
do
that fucker
words?
turned around.
No, it didn't. It never moved.
It shifted in its space.
It rotated.
There you go. It rotated.
It rotated, but it was still biting both of them.
We were not ready for the alligator to rotate. That was not part of the plan.
Everything was fine, but it all changed once the alligator turned.
Jay.
Please.
Go to the corner.
Anyways, they dealt with this gator. Went back to sleep. That wasn't a pun.
It wasn't a pun. That was the only reason I did.
That was a
but
reference.
You could still get in the fort.
Just, that's the only
I'm
command
still
we
eating
have.
cookies.
No cookies.
I'm eating cookies. I have chocolate animal heart.
Continue.
But they dealt with the gator. They went back to sleep for whatever sleep they had left, and they Damn it! Now I feel like I need to put my animal cracker down. But no, they awoke to. Well, most of them awoke to it. Leo had seen some frog people. And, well, the frog people have led them to a place which we will now pick up at this place.
The question is, did Danika wake up?
We'll get to that in a moment, actually. Well, you guys begin heading down this tunnel. I'm doing a little bit of rewind, because I know I explained it lightly as far as what the area looked like.
Mhm.
I'm going to back up as far as you guys going down the tunnel. And every so often you see phosphorant, like fungi and stuff like that on the walls, as far as giving off a slight glow. And the deeper you get, the darker and darker it gets. With the fungal material, like the mushrooms and stuff, giving off more focused light, and it's more vibrant color because there's no other light to distract from it. You guys continue weaving down these tunnels as you can tell you are going down at a decent descent. But roll me a con save, by the way, Danika. Actually, no, just a constitution check, not a con save.
Helps if my sheet actually opens itself.
Nice,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
It helps to have that open.
I clicked it and I saw the little window open, but it only opened the start page. It didn't bring my character sheet up like it was supposed to.
It doesn't do that unless you click it.
That's what I'm concerned because I clicked on my sheet and it brought
Oh.
up the window.
Huh.
Might have
Oh,
crashed.
Only
that's
brought up
fine.
the start page.
I'm guessing
Danika.
we're over here then.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
So, check.
Yes.
9.
9. No, you don't wake up yet.
Okay.
DC was 10.
Ouch.
Well, clearly I was in pain and my gator bites may or may not be slowly infecting. It's great.
Uh,
You'll be fine. The gators are your friend.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I didn't have a shovel, so I didn't have the primary means of defeating them.
Oh, Jesus.
But you,
No, how you fight a gator is you get on its back. The Spire should know this.
maybe don't. I mean, that is one way to deal with the gator, but maybe don't. Maybe don't.
It's
Maybe
just like
don't. Maybe don't.
it's just like
Look, we're
with
all
snakes. You grab them by the neck to keep them from biting.
Again, maybe don't. Let the professionals handle it.
look, we all know who the crocodile hunter was. If we learn anything from him, it's just don't touch him.
Uh-huh.
Poke them with a stick instead.
I say
Exactly.
do wrestling moves. That's my 2 cents.
No.
Okay.
That's Florida Man talking out of cheese. Do
Cheese
not
from the
listen to
top
Florida
rope.
Man.
Exactly. If you just come off the top rope, they can't even look
No.
up.
Bingo.
No, but they can jump. I don't know if you guys knew this, but they
Wait, they
got
can
the
jump?
ups.
Uh-huh.
They got the ups.
That is awesome.
They've
That is
got
terrifying.
the ups. It is.
They can jump about 10 feet in the air.
That's
Okay,
horrifying.
I may need to adjust my plan.
Yeah, I'm about to say I am
Much
not
like-
10 foot
much
tall.
Much like a shark can jump about 15 feet out of the water.
Okay, that I knew.
So, yeah.
You guys
Anyway.
continue down, and it opens up into this cavern. Again, more sporadic mushrooms and lights and stuff everywhere, but mostly torchlight lights up this cavern now. And the torches are positioned on these floating, I guess you can call them barges, floating in this underground lake of sorts. You see planks linking between each one. And standing right close and seemingly guarding the main plank that leads onto everything, you see a rather large lizard man. He kind of grips his club as you guys get closer.
Calm
Rock club.
down. Calm down, big scary, scaly friend. Hi.
Rock
Friendly.
club,
What-
friend. It lowers the club. All the other bullywugs that were with them I have now like branched off to other things. I see I only kept like 3 others on the board. Because I wasn't having 6 others just spread out. I could, but no. Zelbeef turns back to you. Animals over there. It points over
Alright.
as far as to like these stable looking things. He just kind of stands on the plank.
We'll take Horsey over here. I don't know if Kel is gonna grab Danika.
Only one more con check. This will determine if Kel has to wake her up.
21. Well, fuck, I'm conscious.
Oh, shit.
Hey, good morning.
As Furry Cow is getting led around the corner over there.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
move him
there.
over here because they're over here too.
Furry Cow there. Danika there. As Furry Cow's getting led over there, you awaken, Danika,
Mhm.
with your face facing Lizard Man.
She's gonna quickly hawk back off the thing,
Right into the wall.
and she's going to reach for her stick.
Danika, it's fine. Good morning.
What the hell is your stick gonna do against that?
Well, I mean, he's also carrying a stick.
His stick, I think, hurts more than hers.
Right. Where are we?
Yes. Somewhere in the swamp. I don't know.
I'll go in slot.
Wait, what did you just say?
Hmm?
I didn't catch what you said.
What she said or what I said?
You.
I said Furry Cow go in slot.
Oh, okay. That's not what I heard. But okay.
I know what word you heard.
Okay,
Mhm.
good.
I
Alright,
also
cool.
heard this word. Don't worry, Drag. We have gutter minds.
What? I never mind. Don't want to
Fire
know.
stay
Don't
innocent.
No, I'm gonna go sit in my corner with all of my stuffies. Thank
What
you.
would rhyme with slot?
I don't know. No.
Replace a vowel.
I don't want to.
Technically, replace that vowel with 2 other vowels, and you still have the same outcome.
Toot?
But
Please.
I started us on this tangent.
Uh,
Thank you.
only feel a small modicum of remorse.
yeah, you guys continue.
Fuck.
You back your animals in, and well, place your animals in. Same thing. Zelbeeps is looking at all of you. All right, he's like standing directly behind Seraphina.
Lovely.
Zelbeeps looks at all of you. All right, follow.
Yes.
His little frog legs starts just carrying him across the board.
How stable is the board? Is the question.
Fairly
that-
stable, actually.
Okay.
It appears to actually be wedged into the ground, like they carved out the ground to wedge it in.
I just wanted to make sure because some of us weigh a bit more than tiny frogs.
I mean, we have a big lizard here that can walk that, apparently.
We don't know that. He's standing outside of it. As Nate cautiously approaches the bridge.
So Nate is confident about the structural. Nate knows a lot about architecture. because of his career, which we've discussed.
Totally.
He's sure that this bridge is fine.
Oh wait, I'm just kidding.
I was like, yep, there's gonna be a trap, something. He's dead, it's over.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Oh
Nate
no, only
falls
him.
500 feet and explodes.
The lake opens up beneath him, and the board just snaps in half.
The board doesn't even snap, it's like a twist, and just a big fish comes up and just eats him in one bite.
This is why you don't empty your 9mm into the lake.
The
Del Lago
lake
happens.
wants revenge.
I was about to say, hey, look, that's a Resident Evil reference. I understand that reference.
You're welcome.
I hate that reference.
You're welcome. I showed you that reference.
I hate that damn fish.
Fighting that fish.
Anyway, who goes next?
Seraphina got across already.
Bridge time.
Okay, she's over here.
Friend will go across next. He kind of stops in the middle and just bounces.
Concern.
What are you doing?
It seems to be safe.
You waited until he was halfway across to test if it was safe.
I waited till everybody else went over almost.
Smart man.
Bill gets across. As you hear a loud, deafening. No, I'm just kidding. Gets across. Alright. Keep going.
Okay.
I'm just going to take
Yeah, I was gonna
the final
say.
destination. I was going to take y'all to final destination.
Yeah, I feel like I'm walking. I was going like, can someone explain the talking toads to me?
Looks over at Leo.
This is the person I wanted to come talk to.
Person.
Yes.
Listen, some people are shaped like elves, and some people are shaped like people, and some people are shaped like frogs.
Exactly.
He just kind of comes over and just flops down in a chair behind this comically short desk, by the way. It's probably up to everybody else. Well, I now feel bad saying comically short.
It's fine for Seraphina.
That's why I suddenly feel bad for saying that.
Listen, I recognize how small she is. I made
It comes
her
up to
this
everybody.
way.
It comes up to almost everybody else's knees.
It's a little desk just for you, Seraphina.
Yeah.
Therefore, you notice you're about. You might actually be slightly taller than the frogs.
My God, she knows what it's like to be taller than something.
For all of 5 minutes.
These things are just really small and stout.
They're wide.
There you go. They are probably about as wide as they are tall.
The dwarves of the swamp.
Exactly. Yeah, he kind of flops in a chair behind it. He's just kind of looking at all of you.
What kind of work did you do with my dad? Or I guess what did he do for you?
He doesn't respond right away. He turns and opens a cupboard behind him and puts a sack up on the desk. Never came, got last order.
You mind if I take a look?
Order go to Viper. You are small Viper.
Right.
Take order.
He'll walk over and take a look at whatever's in it.
Once you open the You now realize what he meant by never came and picked up the last order.
Uh-huh.
All this stuff has been in that bag that long.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of old, decomposed, moldy.
Ooh, so that probably leaves a nice little smell for everybody.
Because it was like it was tied closed. So as soon as you open it, the smell just.
Okay. He seals it. Right.
Zombie seems unbothered.
Whew. Okay. What did it used to be?
Oh. One moment. He takes the bag and just. You see a window next to him, and he kind of just chucks the bag out the window. You hear a. Bloop, as it just hits the water. Or you think it hits the water. It gets thrown back through the window. We're fishing out here. Looks out the window. Oh. Oh well. Kind of kicks it under his desk. He then pulls this like crate and sets it on the desk. And you see it's just a combination of stuff you would like find in the swamp. There's like some like swamp flowers, some of the different funguses you guys have seen as far as in and around, even some of the ones that when they're still growing give off like a glow.
Mm-hmm.
Other grasses and stuff like that. I collected alchemy stuff for him. Mostly poison related.
I guess I didn't fall too far from the tree on that one. Right. When was the last time he was here?
I shouldn't have to struggle to do math in my head, but I am.
He was 6.
How old is he now?
19.
Guess a 13-year-old. A little over 13 years ago.
Huh. Right.
Which now, the odor that everybody smelled makes sense.
You know?
How long have you two been working together?
He just kind of stares off into space for a moment. And you notice you'd see no rises in his chest from breathing. And you almost are afraid he just kind of died. Because he just kind of stares into space. His eyes are like slightly wide, and he just stops breathing.
Hello?
Couple of years.
Okay.
He got bit by Gator. We heal him.
That's good to know, I guess. Right. Another quick question, since you're not too far off from this other area I want to explore. He'll pull out the map and he'll point to that one corner area.
The FS?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this place?
He just looks at it. And then again, you think he died. So he just stares at it, eyes go slightly a little bit wider, just kind of staring at it.
He has to really think hard, is what you're saying.
Yes. He just everything else is non-existent, including breathing. He just looks at it. Why go there?
Trying to learn a bit more about my dad. This was one of the places mentioned in some of his notes.
That bad place.
Oh, good. Why?
He looks at it again and focuses again. Bad cult.
Cult? What?
Cult.
Isn't this... Okay. Just to double check, Jay. Isn't this the one that was stamped quite a few times with, like, the contracts?
Uh,
I think I remember asking about that when I was asking for, like, the information of if there was any, like, related symbols and stuff on any of them. Okay, would you like to elaborate more on why it's, like, bad? I understand cult, but what about it makes the cult part?
okay, that one didn't have to do with contracts. That was a thing he thought somebody might have hired somebody to.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, because you didn't really elaborate, you just gave me, like, names,
Yeah,
basically.
that was my bad. That was job your dad had. That's not how you would have said that. That job Viper was working when he came back through here.
Hmm.
Bad priest. Try revive deity.
Oh, good, and they've been left alone for several years. As he kind of looks at the group. That's nice, right?
Totally.
Viper said he'd kill about 10.
I feel like there's a lot more than that.
He said there was 9.
Wait, what? So does this still exist over there, or not worth the trip?
We don't travel that way. Although word travel, say cloak strange people still wander.
Hmm.
Not all of us who are cloaked are strange.
Not touching that one. Oh, maybe the school will know something about it then, since they're not too far from it either.
It's possible.
Cool strange.
It's not that strange.
Well, Seraphina, according to my map of the area, your home and the school are like right around it, almost. If these guys who are a little further away know about it, somebody's got to know about it in one of the two places.
I guarantee maybe a professor knows. I don't know about home, though.
Might be worth looking into for other reasons, though. Specifically looking at you, Seraphina.
I'm just kind of looking at all of you now. It focuses on Leo, Danika, Seraphina, and your friend. All do magic.
Kinda? Sorta?
Yes. Not well, but yes.
He looks. His eyes drift away from Leo and Danika, and are now just kind of doing that weird, like, lizard frog thing where the eyes are kind of like
Jesus.
looking directly at both of them. At Seraphina and the friend.
That's gross.
Welcome to lizards.
You're not magic, not natural or divine.
Well, it's artificial and natural, sort of. It's I don't know where it kind of just happened.
Mine comes from the spooky places.
How did that sound less made up than what Seraphina said?
You know what? Leo was laughing at character. I don't care. That's great.
Because mine comes from the spooky.
Because of how she explains things, it never sounds real.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, that's real fair. She doesn't know how to explain it.
That wise cool weird.
What do you mean?
Weird magic.
I mean, sure, there are quite a few different types of magic there.
Nature magic. Divine magic. Good magic.
And what, any other magic is not?
No, just weird.
Ah, okay.
He doesn't seem to have anything against it, he just finds it weird.
Yeah. That's honestly that. Yeah, alright.
Look, he's a simple frog folk, okay?
Listen, that's fine. Seraphina's been called weird for her magic before, that's all.
Fair.
gonna put on his notes. Cult.
Mhm.
Might still
There you
be
go.
there.
May or may not still be in existence. We shall never know.
Oh, Leo will figure it out. That's for
Oh,
sure.
Yeah. We're gonna unfortunately find out.
You'll be fine.
Don't worry, Spire. You know the best part? He hasn't told you that there's incomplete contracts that he may have, like, grabbed and taken notes of.
Oh.
Don't worry about that. Detail. We met one of them. Anyways.
Oh, your friend look hurt. Looking over at you, Danika.
Has this look of this like what of it look?
I think they might be offering to help.
Need heal.
I'll manage.
I heard yes.
Whatever.
But it's because he doesn't feel like getting up. He casts Mass Cure Wounds.
You know,
that is the kind of lazy that's just.
You heal 20 points.
Technically, would she still be hurt? Because
Ooh.
didn't we go through a long rest by the end of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Remember, he has bad eyesight. Don't worry about it.
Probably still had, like, blood on her or something.
Yeah. If you were hurt, you would heal 20 points.
excellent.
Pay no attention to the fact he just cast a 5th level spell.
I don't know about spell levels. I swing a sword.
I'll
Leo
save that for
knows.
character knowledge.
Yeah, Leo knows very little about magic, so he has no idea.
Seraphina's just like, oh, okay.
Trying to think if there's anything else he would ask.
You'd order.
No, I think I'm good. He
You kind of
unfortunately won't need it anymore either, so.
You see his face kind of drop. He leans down and picks up a small bag and puts a couple of the glowing mushrooms, some what looks like swamp grass, a few little flower petals and all, just in the bag, and just slides it across the table to you.
Mhm.
Take partial order.
You sure?
He just gives like a. What's your passive insight?
Hold on. Character sheet. My passive insight is
Yes.
13.
It's going to be just high enough. He has this almost sad look in his eyes. Yep.
Thanks.
As he finally just realized what you meant.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Stores mourn loyal customers,
Yeah.
especially when friend.
He kind of figured the frog didn't know what he meant earlier when he said that he was
Yeah.
trying to learn about his dad.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else need something?
Trying to step back so people can look if they want.
Grumpy?
She will just stare at him.
Artificer lady, do you want anything?
She was already like kind of like.
You can send me that list later, G.
Yeah.
I just wrote down that he's got like a bag of ingredients for now.
That's fine. I can jot down as far as what was actually in it and then send it to you. That's fine.
Alright, so what all is there again?
There's like clumps of swamp grass. So it has like, it's a clump of just swamp grass with the dirt and the roots of the grass still all connected.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple clumps of that in there. Several phosphorus mushrooms and stuff that still give off like a faintest of glows. Some flowers that they're an interesting, weird grayish color, like a grayish blue.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of those in there. And you know, this one is going to be for the Skyrim people. There's like a little white bulbous thing. It's a little... It has like an opening at the top of it. The actual name of it in the game is a swamp fungal pod.
Interesting.
I think that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Something like
People.
that, yeah.
Little white bulbous thing.
There's too many things in there that I
Yeah.
couldn't remember all the names if I tried.
She'll probably take like a little bit of the grass and like a couple of the little gray flowers and stuff.
Okay.
Like, not a lot.
He just nods. Hatman.
No. That one.
She's muted.
I forgot I muted that.
Does the rogue want some
He's
poisons?
thinking. He's thinking. I'm thinking. We're both thinking.
Oh, he doesn't sell poisons. He just sells ingredients.
Yeah, Leo's implying you can make this into poison.
Now Nate has something to think about.
Here.
You do poisons.
Leo makes poisons.
I do poison ingredients. I will not have poisons come back to my store.
Can I make something that puts people to sleep? Perhaps?
He just looks into the crate and focuses.
You too, roofie someone?
What?
Is that character?
He pulls out. He looks back up, looks at you, reaches into the crate, grabs one of the grayish blue flowers, and then will then grab this bulbous pot, this bulbous fungal pod, and just set it next to it.
Just one giant pod?
It's probably about the size of your hand. So he had to use two hands just to right on the table.
Well, thank you. Nate will take his Pod.
You know,
And the flower.
I have a question,
Flower.
Nate.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Oh no.
do you actually know how to make this stuff, or are you just gonna wing it?
No.
Well, typically I just, do you know how to make this stuff?
What do you think half the shit is on this little belt? He points to, like, the vials.
Well, I prefer when the people that I put to sleep wake up after, so.
This doesn't kill you. I can make stuff that kills you.
Please don't. I'd like to live.
I can kill you.
I said I'd like to live!
Okay.
But I would just love to see you try to make it yourself and see the result, because you'll have to test it.
Nate, like, takes the bulb out, and he just holds it up next to his mouth, and he just, like, opens his mouth and
Don't-
pantomimes taking a bite out of the bulb.
You know,
And
that
then he
is
puts it away.
that is
that
a
As soon
little...
as everyone is speechless.
Zelby's
Just puts
just
it away.
watching you intrigued and waiting for you to take a bite of it.
Leo's kind of looking at you with this look of, that's one way to do it.
Exactly, he figured it out. He's done here.
That's, yeah. Because how do you think he figured out how fucking shit works, to be honest? Let's be honest
Yeah.
here.
Zelby slips back over to you guys. Your friend almost gave himself dysentery.
See, this is
He
why...
refuses to acknowledge this comment.
Oh, he just kind of mumbled it to them,
Oh.
but
Good to know.
he may have said it. He may have said it too loud to where you might have been able to hear it.
That's good to know. It's always nice to know what it does before trying it.
Zelby's cousin wasn't good for a week.
Ooh.
Zelby painted it as apple.
See, don't mention that, because I can't play pranks on anyone if you tell them that things like that can happen.
Okay.
Personally, I don't think I have any more questions.
Feel
Thank-
free to stay, look around.
I might stay for a little bit if everyone's okay with that. Just to look around.
Sure.
What's the safest way to get to the school from here, by the way?
Let me see map.
He'll kind of put it back down. He probably picked it up at some point.
As DM opens it up.
You don't necessarily need to draw. I just would have to
No, I'm just-
explain it. Yeah.
I just had to open it up for the... Northeast. Don't go straight east, then north. That's over Dangerous Lake.
Dangerous Lake.
Creature live within.
He's gonna look
Eat
at you,
people.
Seraphina,
Mhm.
because you're the one from this area.
Yeah.
You failed to mention the lake monster thing.
Well,
If she even knows about it. He's assuming by the way it's described on how they would get there is it's
Roll me a
somewhere
history
in
check.
between the two.
Okay.
history check, Seraphina.
Lovely.
He might mark that lake on there for future reference.
That's gonna be no.
Okay. What do you mean by no?
I mean, I rolled a 3 on the die and only got a 9 total.
Well, you don't know exact details, but you do remember scary stories that
Right.
people at the school would try and frighten people with.
Mm-hmm.
About people that would go to the swamp and would look at this beautiful, pristine lake almost in the middle of it. And very few ever came back. Because a creature would rip them off the shore and drag them beneath the surface.
So, it's not so much. I know about it, kind of. It's not. It's more ghost stories. The ones that you tell the freshmen, or your younger sibling, or something like. Just kind of scare them a little. And it scared me quite a bit. But as far as I was aware, it's not too real.
These guys seem to think it's real.
Which does not bode well, I have to admit.
What story you hear?
Mostly about the ones that go, like, hang out by the lake and everything like that, and then something just drags them into the water.
That sounds right.
I'm sorry, what?
Except to drag about 5 people at a time.
Okay.
Scary big tentacles.
Oh, good. Good, good, good.
They got a kraken or something in that lake?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't go near it.
Avoid the lake. Got it. Go around. He's marking that on the map. Go around this.
Want more information? Talk to old man round corner. Thing took his leg.
Wouldn't hurt to at least find out what might be there in case we ever do end up near the area for some reason. Knowing our luck. You know, what makes this whole thing worse is that you're telling me it's a story, Seraphina, and he's saying that something ate the other one's leg, which means it's not as much of a story.
Look, I didn't ever go to the lake, so I don't know.
It's probably a good thing.
Apparently.
Oh, but it would be a good place to dispose of people.
Please don't put it like that.
What?
Please
People
don't put it
have.
like that.
I figured.
We have.
See? It's a great place to hide a body.
Or several.
Yeah. Just don't get caught while doing it.
And in-laws.
And in-laws. Wait. What?
He just is staring off into the distance at this point.
get the feeling he
It did-
knows there's more to that story, but I don't know if I want to know it.
No. No. Probably not.
What you can assume is somebody may have convinced their in-laws to go there. Don't worry about it.
That is a good place to convince your enemies to go if you don't want them to be around anymore.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, this is pretty lake. You should totally go have a picnic. Slunk.
Yeah.
Gone. Only thing left was a picnic basket. And maybe a blanket.
Hey, boo boo, that's a lovely picnic. Bat. Fuck, that's what happened to him.
Hey, boo.
Right. I guess we should go find out some more about this while we're here. Why not? Scary story time.
Oh boy.
He's got nothing else to ask, personally.
Yeah, I don't have anything to talk to the frogman about.
Good here.
You see your friend has reached down, has like slowly grabbed the one bag. And is like pulling it out from under the desk.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of picking it up.
Ah. Thank you for the information. Maybe I'll come back and visit sometime.
Please do.
He is gonna give a wave and head out of the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Oops. There we go.
I was like,
Oh my
why?
God.
Cartwheel.
Sample the ingredients.
Cartwheeled across.
Nate actually ate the flour and the pot together. Oh god.
No!
He put himself to sleep. Not again.
I'm assuming this one is the one he's talking about. Okay.
I will say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point out the board on this one.
Huh.
This one does not look like it's well connected.
He's gonna, like, stare at it, like, stop. And then he's gonna look at everyone else. So who wants to go first?
He just kind of jumps from where he is onto it,
Please don't fall.
and the board shifts like 2 inches to the left.
Okay. Be a little more careful crossing this one.
He'll get to the middle. He will give it a slight bounce.
Does he need to catch the board or anything?
No, No.
Okay.
he just keeps walking. And something you notice with all these like buildings,
Mhm.
there's no actual door. These planks kind of lead into doorways that have like makeshift curtains over top, like in front of them.
Uh-huh.
So he just kind of just walks right in.
Okay, well, it seems safe, and he will walk across carefully.
I will say, His back is turned to you all, and you don't know if he can hear. Seems to be like leaning over a cauldron of some sort.
Wait until everybody actually gets over here.
Hmm.
If they're all coming over.
Hmm.
I'm assuming, is this like a building or is this like a platform?
That one is a platform. The ones that only have like one board going to them, those are going to be the actual buildings.
Gotcha.
Some of them are obviously bigger than what they're pictured, but unless you guys specified you want to go to like some of the offshoot rooms that some of these other other bullywugs live in, if you want to go raiding their underwear drawers or something, like I don't know what you would steal from frog people. Let's be honest here. I didn't draw the little offshoot rooms to everybody's room. But yeah, any of them is just one board. So for instance, this and this are just gonna be platforms. These other three are actual buildings. And like I said, they're much larger. But these are like the main rooms as far as you guys would be going into.
Assuming this board will be no issue, assuming I just...
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
It's just a little wobbly as long as you're careful.
Yeah, you just see this bullywug back to you, just leaning over a cauldron. Looks like like they're stirring something.
Hello?
He just spins around holding like this big soup ladle in his hand.
Okay, calm down. Sorry.
How'd you get in my house?
You don't have a door.
Oh, right. What are you doing in my house?
Zalbip said something about you knew about a lake monster?
You look, and he is most definitely does not have two normal legs. His right leg is... It's part of a table leg.
So it's a peg leg.
Yeah. It's a peg leg. It has like the little nicely carved designs of like the bottom of a table leg, like down at the ankle part of it.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping you could tell us about it. At least I was.
Okay.
I think she's nervous.
Nervous laughter says so. Fine. Let old man Craig tell you about the swamp squid.
Oh, swamps.
That's what I'm calling it. I don't know. I haven't even seen the head of the damn thing. Also, he told you to sit down. There's like one chair. And he sits in it.
Fair. He's gonna sit on the floor against the wall.
Elle also sits, and the barge kind of shifts slightly when he does.
Seraphina's just gonna scooch a little closer to Danika.
Structure's not exactly stable, is it?
I never have anybody that big in here.
Hey, Nate! knows all about construction. He could probably help you guys.
Well,
There's a reason I haven't anybody in here this big.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. I'm sure we'll be fine.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I
No.
don't think they require my services.
No, I don't.
See?
So,
He knows
we was
better.
out exploring. And my group and I, we got out there to the lake. And, well, these tentacles reached out of the water, grabbed them, and grabbed my leg, and I barely got away. He took my leg.
I can see that.
There's the story.
Riveting.
Like, DM brain heard you say riveting.
Riveting.
I know that's what you said, but my DM brain just went, riveting. Frog. See, that's a pun aspire.
That belongs in the fort, that's for sure.
I already sent him there, so it's fine.
Yeah. He's already
Fine,
been
you
locked
want
up.
more? So,
No.
Yeah.
right, you want more. So, we out exploring because we heard about a hunting group that came from a local town trying to get some hide from the alligators around here. And, well, they never went back. So, somebody from their town came to us and asked for us to search for them because we knew the swamp. So we're searching and we find the remains of some sort of creature. I guess they'd used to pull their cart. They were going to take all their stuff back on. Found the remains of it. It had been there for maybe a week, so only guess the gators got to it. They were near the lake, so we went and investigated it. At this point, we didn't know anything about what was down there. Noticed a weird shimmering thing near the bottom of it. And within seconds of us being there, these tentacles shot up from the water and grabbed everyone.
So I guess you got pretty close to the lake itself.
Oh yeah. We can see the bottom of it.
Okay. So we could
As far as I
probably
can tell, the lake's only 20 feet deep.
So we could probably be somewhat near it, just not near it.
Well, the tree line's about 15 feet from the edge, and the tentacles reach the tree line.
Stay behind the tree line. Got it.
But like I said, we didn't even see the creature. The tentacles came out of nowhere.
Concerning.
Weird shimmering at the bottom of the lake and tentacles.
Ooh, maybe there's treasure.
There's still a monster under there.
But if you kill the monster, you get the treasure.
It's not easy to fight underwater.
He hops off the chair and you just hear the thud clack, thud clack, thud clack.
Mm-hmm.
As he walks over. And he stops in front of Kelligar. Starts looking at his leg. Tentacle thicker than that.
Oh, it's a big boy then. See, I can shoot
Click, click,
things
click,
from a
click, click,
distance.
click.
I'm not as worried.
I think there's treasure.
I don't know. Something shiny at the bottom there might be.
Hmm. You know what? I'm trying to think about something here. Hmm. Hmm. What is everybody's? Are people? Is anybody proficient with nature?
Nature?
Nope.
Nope.
No, he's not.
No.
Survival he is, nature not.
Oh, why are you proficient in nature? That's not helpful. Well, at one point there was thought to be a portal to another plane in the swamp.
Hmm.
I don't know the plane though, or where it is, or where it was. I don't know if it's still there. Wherever it is, wherever it was.
Yeah. I imagine something the school could answer then, since they seem to like to tell the stories.
The students do.
Yeah. I imagine there's some older teachers there that might know.
Oh, absolutely.
Going to the school.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Hops off the chair again.
Mhm.
Thud clack, thud clack, thud clack, thud clack. Walks over to a cabinet, opens it up, takes out something folded in like a cloth, carries it over. Give this to give this to one of the teachers there. Usually, I believe he teaches, I think it was, creature studies or something. Something like that. Don't remember the guy's name. Or was it a girl?
Does Seraphina
Give it to the teacher.
Seraphina remember that?
Roll me a history check. See if you remember a name or
Nope.
person.
I do not. That is only a 10.
Then that was not a class you took.
I rolled a different die, and it rolled a 4.
Your dice are not happy with you tonight, Aspire.
No, they're not.
You might have to start using Roll20 if your dice keep betraying you.
Well, I mean, it at least narrows it down enough. I'm sure they'll be able to figure out who it belongs to.
Hope so. Good collect. Good.
Oh.
So you guys staying here in this cave tonight?
I don't know. Still have a whole day ahead of us.
Well, it's about a day to get out of the swamp.
Well, then we could get out of the swamp and camp outside of the swamp.
But more away from it so we don't sit on any accidental logs again, right?
Well, you could. If it weren't for the fact you have to go through some of the more difficult to get through parts of the swamp. Watery ground tends to sink you below slightly.
You can stay on the horse, Seraphina.
Thanks.
Dr. Zalbee's where you go. He helps travelers sometimes traverse those parts.
Who?
Zalbeep,
So,
the one who sent you.
no, I
here.
just didn't hear the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was more asking DM.
Okay. DM is Toad Man.
Well, we could
DM is
ask for...
Burrito.
Well, if we want to...
Right.
If we want to leave, soon, we could ask him to guide us, or we can stay another night and... It's up to you guys.
Personally, I'd like to try and get as far away from here as possible, as soon as possible.
Well, a swamp not to your liking.
No, I think she just doesn't want to be eaten.
I'm very small. I'm a snack for a lot of things.
I'm smaller than you.
Exactly.
I'm not scared of this place.
You live here. You know how to defend against it. I do not.
What do you think the big lizard's for?
See?
Don't worry, Seraphina, you're traveling with your own big lizard.
You know, fair. No, fair. Fair.
Yes, he's making fun of
DM
himself.
DM Brain was sitting there, like, processing.
Well, it's also thinking, like, Leo and Danika, technically.
Yeah, he could have meant either. He's not gonna elaborate.
Fuck.
He's not gonna elaborate on that one.
Touche.
But to be fair, he doesn't know what Danika is.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to elaborate for that to be a thing, to realize he's probably talking about himself.
Alright, well. Yeah, if you get his help, it shouldn't take more than a day.
Definitely be our safest bet to walking blindly and getting lost.
Yeah, getting lost is a surefire way to end up something's dinner.
Well, like I said, there was a bit of a mistake with a log situation. I'm pretty sure we're high risk to end up something's dinner.
That's how I lost my brother.
Oof. I'm sorry?
I pushed him into it. I thought it was a log.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then the log opened its mouth. No, it's fine. He tried to steal a pouch of gold.
You
That was my
know,
last 5 gold.
You know, I've killed people for less.
You know,
Look, you're learning. These bullywugs are,
They don't seem to care as much about their family as you think.
Welcome to nature.
That is
The
true.
dead in-laws, a murder by proxy's brother. It's great.
He thought it was a log.
It's
Yes.
by proxy.
Until the log opens its mouth.
That's
Okay, fine,
frog slaughter.
manslaughter
It's not
by
murder.
proxy.
There you go.
Frog slaughter. Yes.
Right. We should go ask our friend. Our guide.
go.
Have a good one. Let me go back to stirring my God damn it, it burned. Oh well, it gives it character. He goes back to stirring the cauldron.
He's just gonna, like, this is someone who cooks. Fuck that. He's gonna go back across the dam. Nope, he's done.
Fun fact, he was asking if you guys were staying in this cave for the night. He's the innkeeper.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's gonna go back over
So,
here and ask.
So that would have been y'all's dinner.
Leo can cook you something better over an open fire, okay? Like
This is fair.
Or at least
Hey, that
use
was-
the term blackened. It at least somewhat more socially acceptable.
that's
I'm telling you.
not what blackened means.
It is to the ignorant.
Oh dear lord.
You're back.
Yeah,
We.
we might need a bit of a guide. Otherwise, small things might lay on logs that aren't logs.
Oh, he told you about his brother.
Well, that's kind of how we ended up killing the gator we were dealing with, because yeah, someone thought it was a log, slept on it, the other one sat on it.
He hops up out of his chair. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Which way going?
To the school.
Okay. He just nonchalantly just passes over every single board, just goes.
Right. Get the horse.
Grab animal.
Yeah. Get the horsey.
Nate is going very slowly. He doesn't trust these logs anymore.
And he just kind of jumps across that.
You know, I was so tempted to, like, when he was about halfway in this log, just, like, continue to push him forward at great speed.
This is probably the safest board.
The one traversed the most. They made this one the safest.
Mm-hmm. This is the emergency exit.
Oh.
News Danika didn't actually push him forward.
Fun fact.
But these are also frog people that can jump. So.
Yeah. So.
Fuck.
You know what I need to do? Hold on.
Just gonna go outside, because I assume that's where they're going.
I do create new save. Hold on.
I can't
Yes.
show you, but there is a way to do it. It's... I don't know how to explain it without visually
found it.
looking at it, yeah.
Frog. People. Layer.
Or if we ever come back.
People.
Exactly. You now have a frog people lair.
Amazing.
And guess what? And now that you have a frog people lair, would you know how much this is killing me inside?
I know.
Mm.
Remind me as I practice my dice rolling technique. Which isn't quite great because I realize this cloth I'm using doesn't exactly lie flat.
There you go. It's...
Oh no, we erased the hat.
Yes, I did.
Why? Why erase that?
Because it's saved on the actual file.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Frog people get smiley hat.
Praise be, none of us gave that thing a monocle. That would be the true endgame boss right there.
Oh no.
Not yet.
Yeah, next time. Next time.
Okay, let me see. I need to remember what level this is real quick.
Every time we visit this place, we have to add something to it.
You guys step out of. You follow him back up the the tunnel and everything, and you get outside. So, traverse swamp or go straight there, or go straight out the swamp.
I guess whichever would be the quickest route.
Do you want to see the sight of swamp, or do you want to get out of swamp?
Look at Seraphina.
Say that again, I apologize.
Do you want to see sight of swamp, or do you want to get out of swamp?
Seraphina, the answer is out of swamp.
Leo wants to explore the swamp. He's looking at Seraphina because she seemed to want to get out of it.
The answer is out of swamp.
As long as we're out of here before the gators find us.
You see him kind of looking up at the sky.
Pick you
Well.
up and put you on horse if you let.
Well,
Yeah.
That's in a handful of hours. We will travel
Do some
until need to
sightseeing.
get out of.
Yeah. Just don't sink in the mud.
Okay. So, here's what he will do. Oh, you guys are gonna have fun with this.
Oh god. He's leading the horse.
He gathers you all close.
Uh-huh.
We'll look around. A lot of you will sink,
And
except for the small one who's on horse,
Yeah.
and Mouse on his shoulder, and Dragon on yours. So I do this, and he will cast Water Walk.
Nice.
that works.
And your feet, all your feet were like maybe a couple inches into the mud, and you instantly rise to the top of the mud. And it feels like you're walking on solid ground. Okay, let's go. We'll have to do that a couple more times. And he will begin leading you through the swamp.
Yay.
Did you want to go to the lake?
No.
Not yet. He wants to find out more about the possible portal thing from the school.
Fair. It's probably a very safe thing.
Okay, yeah, to be fair, he is looking to try to go to other planes, so it is a thought.
Yeah.
That is also fair.
Not just the Feywild, by the way. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys keep following through, and as you guys are walking, he's like pointing out things, and he points out this really thick tree as you guys pass by. That was Bullywug home at one point.
Why'd you guys move?
He kind of, as you guys pass by it, you see a mass of something moving within it.
What does it look like?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, wait, he has dragon. That didn't do any better. 13.
Okay. Well, it's a big pile of snakes.
That's a lot of snakes.
With your 13, you only count about 20.
Yeah, well, that's still quite a bit in one spot.
That is 20 snakes is a lot of snakes.
I know, and I was just saying, with the 13, he only counts 20.
Yeah, he only sees about 20.
Yeah. Player knowledge, there's more.
Ah, I see why you moved now.
Venomous, very venomous.
Most are.
So we leave. Create tunnels. Make home in hidden cavern we find.
Always safer, I guess.
Always safer. Keep walking, and after about an hour of walking, you guys' feet begin to sink in the mud again. Oh, hold on. And you'll cast Water Walk again. Feet rise back up. As we were. That place over there, he points at like a big collection of rocks. I don't remember what that was. Oh, those were fairy circle. Swamp fairy.
Swamp fairy.
There was habitat of fairies here.
They get pushed out too by stuff?
No,
Like
they
those
left.
Giant spiders.
Oh no, there's giant spiders. We haven't gotten there yet.
Actually, not.
How you feeling sitting on top of the horse?
Don't worry, they hide in trees.
Would you like me to sit on the horse with you?
I'm alright.
Don't worry, you're still within grabbing distance.
All of us are within grabbing distance. He keeps walking.
I meant me. Yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna keep walking. He was trying to reassure.
Hey,
Like...
Zalbeeps is blunt.
Good to know. He might have to grab Seraphina.
Hey.
Keeps walking, and he'll point out a couple other things that they're not as significant, but they are just neat little things to show you. He'll point out where he collects a couple of his things. You see some like a big collection of like the fungal pods just kind of gather around the bottom of some trees and stuff like that. Some of the big bunches of swamp grass. Guys, keep walking, and you'll have to cast Water Walk 2 more times at least before you before it starts getting evening.
Mm.
And you guys are still not out of the swamp yet.
Well, I did say it was going to take a day.
Yeah. He stops and kind of looks around. Well, I give option.
Mm.
Travel have about another half a day travel. Or I get you out now. Make choice.
What do you say, Seraphina? Should we just get out so you don't have to worry about the spiders?
They did have to BRB.
Hmm. I'm the only one making decisions, and I don't like it.
You, Fred, do you look scared? He's looking directly at you, Nate, by the way. Well,
she did
one
respond
of his
in
eye-
the chat there.
Oh.
One of his eyes.
Okay. Well, yeah. One of his eyes looks over at you as well, Nate, when he asks this.
I would like to go home. I don't know why I came here. Let's
Don't know
leave.
where home is. Can't send you home.
You
So bad.
following
Me neither.
me, which was your mistake.
I thought there would be money involved. We were talking about doing a
There's-
job, and now I'm all
Yes, but
muddy.
there is ways to get money.
Okay, come on. We go.
Do I be this person, like,
Do I just
after...
do
You know,
you
I'll
want me
save
to?
that with Nate.
Oh no.
It's fine.
You want me to just like pay you to stay with us for a while? Because that's one way to incentive.
Well,
He walks-
I
Zalbius
wouldn't want
walks
to
over to a
impose.
tree.
What'd you say?
We go.
I wouldn't want to impose or anything, but well,
Oh, God.
what kind of pay?
Oh, Jesus.
This is now discussion.
This is now a discussion that is happening
Hey, look.
apparently.
Hey, look, the mercenary is hiring a mercenary.
How much? How much would it take to keep you around for a little while?
I've never had someone ask me that question. I'm sorry. It's usually how much to make you go away for a little while. For that, it's usually I don't know, few he does not know his rate. He's used to like stealing things from people. He's not used to getting paid. He doesn't know what like a wage is. He's crashing. His brain is crashing.
You approach
Don't ever
Zalbeeps.
Stop responding.
Danika, you approach Zalbeeps.
Yeah.
Zalbeeps.
Yeah.
He's kind of over at a tree, like he's tapping on it with like a staff. He doesn't have this axe, by the way. This is just the best image of Toad Man.
Tell you
What do?
We'll discuss this part later, Nate.
Yes, out of the swamp would be preferable.
Let's leave the swamp first. We'll come up with a rate. How about that?
Better be quick.
I like the idea of being paid to do something.
Be paid just to stick around and help.
Well, since I'm doing it anyway.
That's fair. Might as well get paid for it.
Better be quick.
Right.
He taps on the tree with his quarterstaff, and you just hear a cracking sound as the tree is just like split open. And you see an open field on the other side.
Let's go through the
Come on.
portal.
Go.
Yeah.
I'm walking 6 whole seconds to get through that fucking thing.
That is a like yoink yoink yoink. Like, everybody's zipping through.
Whee!
Okay. You're out the swamp.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Okay. He just kind of turns and we'll tap the tree again. And this time you see the opening to the tunnel as far as that leads in.
Now that is excellent magic.
And it shuts as he steps through.
Alright. So I don't think we want to camp right next to the swamp. Should we continue a little bit? It's only evening.
Preferably.
Yeah.
Preferably a little bit. Sorry, I just don't feel like being afraid of getting eaten, or being afraid of things going off, because I'm afraid of getting eaten.
To be, you know, I'm not gonna say it because it'll just make you more nervous.
You hear twig breaking noises in the swamp.
Moving on. We're walking.
Twig breaking noises.
Oh, I could have said just a branch.
Yeah, he was gonna say, like, to be fair, just sleeping outside means you could get eaten by something.
Yeah.
There's
The swamp seems to be a
wolves.
high risk zone.
There's wolves, there's, you know, dragons. There's all kinds of things that can randomly pop up.
Don't forget the T-Rex.
Bears.
Dragons don't just randomly pop up.
Yeah, they
know?
do. You never played D&D?
They've usually got something going on.
Have you never
They're
played
pretty
Skyrim?
intelligent.
Yeah, Skyrim,
Yeah.
like...
Skyrim's a little different.
Dragon out of nowhere.
Suddenly go right over there.
Skyrim as a nation, not as a video game, had something
walk-
going on
You
with all those
walk
dragons.
out
Yeah.
of a door and it's just suddenly you're under attack. Like, it's...
Like, wait a minute.
Walk in and we'll walk. That's it.
Hey, look, a ragdoll dragon.
That's the best part of the game.
Yes, it is.
Especially when they go full disco the second you exit a cave.
Yes. Yeah, you,
and
and
bugs and their bones crash into you and you die instantly.
yeah, you guys see an open field in front of you, and in the distance you can make out a shiny, but it's a shiny. You see like the outline of buildings, tall buildings.
Is that where the, pool's at?
Did she recognize that outline?
Yes, that is.
Oh,
You recognize that? That is a well-known one for that school. That is the main building.
That
At least
That's
the
the main-
tower of it.
that's the main tower.
How far out is it?
It's about a couple hours.
How do we want to try to get there and then just sleep there at the school?
You do know there's like a small city that surrounds it, Seraphina.
Well, there is the option to sleep in a tavern instead of on the ground.
Would you guys prefer to sleep in a bed?
I would prefer to sleep in a bed, please.
You're so high maintenance, Nate.
I'm used to being indoors. I do my work indoors. I live indoors.
How-
I sleep indoors.
How you have survived traveling is amazing to me.
Comfortably. I've survived traveling comfortably.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Until I run out of money and then I do more work.
That's not Seraphina,
These-
that's just me.
These two and their banter makes I can't even keep a straight face.
Dying comfortably.
now you
I
hear a
travel
branch break.
comfortably.
Right. We can discuss your rate while we're on our way to the comfortable place.
Yeah, you guys begin heading,
The comfortable place.
and
Oh.
it like these are open fields. No trees. You do see sporadically a couple rocks here and there. Some wildlife that immediately scatters when you get within like 100 feet of them. Which, you know, understandable. Strange things enter their area.
Mhm.
But you takes a couple hours, but you do eventually get to the wall of the city, which is probably about 10 feet tall. Little archway as far as opening. Guard standing out front.
I do have to ask, how much would Nate want? Because he said they were going to talk about it on the way there.
Nate would probably want like a gold per day.
Oh, better than what he was
Nothing-
going to
nothing crazy.
offer. If he didn't come up with anything, Leo was going to offer something better than that. But sure, I'll give you a gold a day.
Nate was afraid this would happen.
I mean, you could prepay him for a number of days.
Well, he's technically not actually doing any work yet. He's just like hanging out.
Yeah.
When you need him
Hey,
to do
but
roguish schemes, he might
the-
charge more.
the question was, how much did he want to stay around?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, a gold per day is enough for Nate.
Proceeds to prepay him for like 50 days.
He will
You
flip
can't just buy him. You have to pay him every day in case he
will
wants to
flip
leave.
you a gold piece.
Hey,
Daily ritual when you wake up, gold piece.
gold piece.
Toss a
First
coin to your hobo.
honest piece of money he has earned in years.
Yeah,
That was
originally he
really
was going to
funny.
offer like 10 a day.
Oh damn.
God,
He has the money to do that for a while.
that's so much money. That's such a bad idea.
Do you know how much he has just in gold?
Too much.
Yes.
Too much money.
Yes.
Okay, Leo's funds, and this is with him giving most of it to the village. Kel actually is
Kel's.
richer than him. But this man is holding 134 plat, 360 gold,
Oh my God.
615 silver, and 398 copper.
Yes, because I'm the dickhead DM that gives their players copper.
Oh no, I do
Yeah.
that convert thing because it's easier when I'm doing the math when buying stuff.
Fair.
Also, no, you're not a dickhead until you make Electrum a thing.
Yes.
This is true.
I've considered it.
Please don't. But yes, he can pay you for literally 360 more days.
A year? You can't buy a Nate for a year. You have to pay him every day in case he fears for his life.
Yeah,
Oh,
he'll
you
pay
gotta
extra on
get outta
those
here.
days.
Yeah, look, are you scared for your life? Have 2 gold.
No, he'll be like,
now you're fine.
yeah. Here's
That's how he works.
5 gold. Stay.
Okay.
He just sits down.
Hey, that bullywug killed over 5 gold.
Just
My God, he knows how to control Nate.
He knows how to control it. He just has to give him money. It's a one-step
Yeah.
process.
Like I said, you guys get to the wall of the city with the little arch opening and one singular guard standing out front of this place. Just kind of nods as you pass by.
Seraphina just waves, smiling.
He just nods.
Alright, so where's this inn?
Well, first, I want you to do me a favor.
Mm.
Oh, good.
What is your true intention of passing through the wall?
True intention.
Yep.
Information mainly about items and things like that.
Okay.
His dad and all that stuff. So
Danika's just following these people.
definitely, yeah, definitely information would probably be the bottom line for his because he wants to learn about like the Feywild and all that stuff too.
Fair, fair.
What would she use?
Oh no, you could just use follow. It's fine.
Yeah, she's following these people.
Okay, because Kel would be the same thing. What about Nate and Seraphina?
Well, Nate's technically paid mercenary
Nate
now.
that might not be his true intention,
That's true.
but he's getting paid. Nate is happy to have a crew of people who seem to tolerate his presence.
Fair enough.
Aww.
Seraphina.
She's just here to be back, collect more information, and also to help her party mates find more information.
You guys all pass through the wall, seemingly fine.
See,
That's concerning.
After you all pass through, you see the same guard from out front appear in front of you.
can I help
Well,
you?
Welcome to Freemore. Your intentions are pure enough. Please, enjoy your stay. And he vanishes again.
You didn't tell me there was a checkpoint either.
It wasn't when you were here.
There was not one when I was here last.
That might be something we should ask about then.
Uh-huh. I'm concerned now.
Don't
What
cause
kind
trouble.
of school has a checkpoint?
Yeah, don't cause trouble. This is just the town part of it.
Yeah, the school is like in the center.
Ah, okay.
Well, to be fair, this is a school basically made up of lots and lots and lots of magic. It's every kind of magic that you could possibly imagine, all in one place.
Monster,
Yes.
sponsor us.
Not sponsored yet.
That's why I said sponsor us.
One day. Life
One day.
goal.
Fuck yeah.
Note to self, get all my heart attack jokes out before that happens.
Hell, I'll even take the usual G Fuel sponsorship at this point.
There's all kinds of different gamer energy drinks now.
Exactly. But yeah, you guys are now in the city of Freemore.
Okay. So where's this this inn, Miss Guide, since you've been here?
If I remember correctly, it's going to be down way, I think a couple of turns, and I think
You
So-
sure you know this?
Just
So Seraphina,
Yeah.
you stayed on the school grounds.
Mhm.
As you're pointing, you see a magical hand appear in front of you all and points the opposite direction.
okay. We're not using Seraphina as our guide.
sorry.
That's alright.
And you see words appear. Free accommodations is all it says.
What did it say? Sorry. It
Free accommodations.
Free!
Follow the hand, I guess.
And in your head, Seraphina,
Hmm.
you were right, but you would have to pay there.
it mentally back. Who is this?
Get no response.
Lovely.
That said mentally or out loud? Or was that not said at all?
Not said at all.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys-
Yes, we go the free route.
You guys travel about what would be equal to a block. Another hand appears and points down another road. It's essentially just, honestly, just like the checkpoint arrows, like this way, now this way, as you guys traveling through. And you finally, there's no turns, but there's a finger pointing at a building.
Guess this is the place.
There is
Yep.
no signage or anything on the front. There are lights on in the inside.
They're gonna find a spot to tie up the animals.
Mhm.
Make sure they're taken care of before heading in.
And you actually see like a little trough in front of the building.
Shall we go in?
Let's go check this place out.
Ladies first.
Thank you.
He will hold the door open because why not?
Danika. Goes in.
I'll move. Horse and Furry.
After you,
And
Nate.
Nate.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
He's not gonna let the ladies first joke go with Nate at all.
It's holding on forever.
Hey, he's being a gentleman to you too. It's fine. It works out.
I have to make sure. Did I? Oh, I do have a token for this. This is going to be hilarious.
What do we walk into?
You walk in, and there's nobody at first. And you all just see words appear. Make yourself comfortable. You don't hear anything, just the words appear in the air. Make yourself comfortable. There's a bunch of chairs, there's a couch, things like that. There's a warm fire going.
Interesting place.
You guys look at the windows by any chance?
Yeah, Seraphina's looking around.
It's no longer dark outside. It's an open field, just see animals running through. Sun's out.
Interesting.
The door's still open.
Just pokes her head back out the door real fast.
It's dark.
Mm-hmm.
He will go sit by the fireplace.
Interesting illusion magic.
It's better than looking at a city street all day, I guess.
I suppose.
Well, as you guys all make yourself comfortable, you're sitting there for maybe 10-15 minutes before you hear a shifting sound in a room off to the side, which sounds like the kitchen or just another room. More than likely the kitchen. And you just hear you hear before you see. I guess I've arrived. Come, Chimkey.
Oh.
Ah!
God. How?
What?
Oh, it's you all.
How are you here?
A magician never reveals secrets?
You have a teleport circle back there.
Well, you see,
You have a teleport
Yes.
circle.
I do, except it doesn't lead here. It leads to my old shop down the road. This house was abandoned. I claimed it to sort of put my home inside.
There seems to be a running theme with you, I'm noticing.
Listen, waste not, want not. And by claim, I mean I opened the door. Well, I opened the door, placed my door within it, And if somebody wishes to claim the home back, they'll open their door and be within that house. You're not within that house currently. You're within my house.
Interesting.
Costa de Barnabas. As
I'd rather go.
Chimkey comes wandering out with a tray on its back. You see it has like little cups of... It has little teacups on it, and there's a kettle that's sitting in the middle. Anybody want tea?
Sure.
I'll pass.
Waddles over.
Why not?
Waddles over.
Depending on how things go, he might spike his own drink just so fucking pass out sooner.
Looks up at you, Nate. What about you?
I'll have some tea.
Alright,
He takes it, but he doesn't drink it until he sees everybody else drinking.
fair enough.
Doing it. She's got like
He doesn't trust magic people.
Wow!
No offense. No
Your,
offense.
your friend here will take
Wow.
some. Waddle off.
Leo is not necessarily a magic person, to be fair.
Walks back through the into the kitchen area. So, to be honest, I didn't expect it to be you all.
Oh yeah, if we knew we could have gotten here this easily, we would have just came to you.
Well, I don't normally come here unless I'm running low on supplies, and then I come collect from my old shop. Because unfortunately, some higher ups at the school found my items to be not up to par with the school standards.
That's not actually that surprising.
This one being, it seemed to be a very stuck-up individual, saying that prank magic wasn't real magic.
That
I mean, it's kind of funny for, like, kids to do, though.
And that was my point. There's a bunch of students. Most of them are
And-
children.
And there are a lot of them that have to work very hard to control their magic, as an FYI. So giving them prank magic is counterproductive.
Is why I don't give them the prank ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought you said there was all kinds of different magic users. Can't some
There
of them
is.
control it?
Most of them can. There are a few of us that can't.
Comes out with another tray on its back. This one has like little tarts and pastries and stuff on it. Pastry.
Seraphina's just gonna take a pastry and just nibble.
Danika just kind of like leaning over the firelace, like she's pulled out some jerky from a pack and she's just kind of like watching people.
Fair enough. Pastry.
Nate is now like
He will
taking.
happily
He's picking
take
out.
a pastry.
The tea is quite good and the pastries are quite good. Kind of goes back and then comes back out. Just so feel free to use any of the rooms that are in this place tonight. I'll be in and out collecting things. So Mikasa is you, Kaz. I don't know why I tried. Just enjoy yourselves. Take a load off. If you need any help, just say you need help and something will be around to help you.
Oh, right.
Got any more of these treats?
Imki looks at you, kind of glares at you, wanders off, comes back with the tray, and just kind of bumps it up onto the like coffee table type thing in between everybody, and just walks away from it.
Numb.
So, all of you enjoy your stay, and no need to tell me when you're leaving anything. It just gets lonely in here by myself. Figured I'd help out some travelers. Thankful it's you, though. At least I know you all won't try and kill me in my sleep. When I eventually do go to sleep.
Sure.
I'm less comfortable now, so I will...
He takes another bite.
I'll bid you all adieu for now. And he will pick up Chimkey and they will leave.
I'm very good at making people uncomfortable, it seems.
After he leaves, Kel just kind of... Was that the guy from the village?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
How did he get here before us?
Magic, Kel.
Okay.
And none of you wondered why he expected someone?
I mean, I imagine he has a way to tell when people enter the place.
There are spells to do that.
Whatever. Continues to nom jerky.
So, are we going to... He made it sound like school is fancy place. Are we going to a fancy place?
Going to a very fancy place.
It's that
Do I need to put on a
fancy?
shirt?
No, you're fine, Kel.
Okay. Do I need to put on pants?
Maybe.
Oh. Leo, I don't have pants.
Don't you have those warm ones that we got?
Oh, right. I do. I do have pants. You know, I'm now a little concerned about, this place you're bringing me to.
How come?
Well, I don't know how accepting they will be now.
They're rather accepting.
They weren't really accepting of a practitioner of harmless magics.
Well, it depends on the person, I suppose.
Well, it sounds like it was one specific person who had a problem, but there might be some there that know some trickster things.
Oh, yes.
Good pet.
You just may have to consider that some people won't like it and others will. But I think that's kind of how it is with all magic, to be fair.
Oh, fair.
Not everyone likes what necromancers and stuff do, right?
And yet there are still classes on it.
Yeah.
There is a good and bad side to every part of magic. It tries to teach the good side of it and warn against the bad stuff as best they can.
How you use it.
Exactly.
My guess is this person probably had a stick up their ass because one of their students got a hold of some things and played some pranks that they didn't like.
That's probably what happened, to be honest.
Well, they'll love me.
I'd be surprised.
Good look at you, Nate. No stealing.
What? I am offended that
Please
you would
don't.
say such a thing.
Don't do any
Are you
work
really?
here. What was that?
What?
Drag?
Just in background. Are you really?
Very. I'm not a
There's-
common thief.
Do I believe him?
Leo already doesn't believe him. He's just assuming at this point.
I'm a rare sort of thief.
Just,
just-
so you're
It's
aware,
completely different.
a lot of the really nice things that you will probably see are protected by a lot of wards. So don't do any of your architecture work unless you feel like getting smited.
I love the way she phrased that.
Well, it's no fun when they open the door for you anyway. Unless you trick them into opening. Then it's fun.
Just be careful.
I'm always careful. What have I not been careful?
I'm just going
Do I
to
need to start
sip
making
my
a
tea
list?
now. Sorry, what was that, Drag?
Just Dan in my background. Do we need to start keeping a list?
Very possible.
Nate internally is like, someone should probably start a list. That's a good idea.
No.
He's just gonna keep eating fucking pastries. Sounds like it's for the fifth one at this point.
Preoccupied with pastries.
He is content.
Oh.
Imagine like kid in candy store moment of like that's
Yeah.
all. That's really the only thing on his mind. How like he's partially listening, but he's also like, ooh, sweets.
Seraphina's actually going to look at you, Nate. Actually, I've asked everyone else questions, and I think it's your turn.
Good luck.
You're going person to person?
Well, technically, yes and no. It's just kind of how it's happened.
Hmm. Very well. I will take my shift. And he's like looking at his one gold coin. It's his one piece of gold that is to his name.
Why are we
The
taking?
is-
Why taking shift?
Apparently, this is my job now. He sits down.
Well, mostly I just want to get to know you. So, where are you from? What was your life like before we met and everything that I know you did? Raises hands and does air quotes architecture work?
Listen, I am very good at identifying structural weaknesses from the outside of a building. It's a very unique talent, and it's not one that's particularly useful for much else.
Yes. Right, sure. Yes, how did you get into that?
Well, when I was a boy, I tried a lot of things. I think I tried to be a carpenter for a little while. Too many splinters. Shopkeeping was not for me, not really a... Well, I've been known to be occasionally a people person, but only when I'm not playing myself. Shopkeeping was a little bit too mundane anyway. And I tried fishing, but the cold and the wet, well, it was a bit like the swamp earlier, so you can imagine how that went.
Right. I'm going to ask this question with all the politeness in the world. Where did you grow up?
Not too far from here. It was a small town. We were sort of near this area of plains with a river, and I grew up outside of town with my mother. She still lives there to this day. She tends the abbey there, small temple, all on her own, the poor lady.
I see. How to ask this nicely?
Just be blunt.
I'm not sure that's nice.
Didn't say it was
This is
nice.
player laughter. I'm very amused by you trying to be nice to Nate.
Listen, she's trying to be nice to everybody and still continuously puts her foot in her mouth. So, like, you know, she's trying real hard.
Doing her best.
She's trying so hard to be friends with everybody. Did you ever play outside or do much anything outside of the abbey?
Sure. I suppose. It was open plains for a little while, and then you could sort of get into town. I used to wander the streets. You know, we weren't very wealthy, so couldn't really buy anything in the shops, but I like to window shop until, well, recently I occasionally come into a bit of money with work and all. So, no need for that anymore.
Right.
Work.
Do you send any of that home?
Oh, plenty. I send, every time I get a job done, I send, well, a sizable chunk of it home. It's been keeping the abbey doors open for a while. Those rotten townsfolk, they never cared much for it anyway, but no, my poor mother's still knocking around the place, and, well, last amount I sent to her, she should be set up for quite a while. At least until I can find something new, that is.
That's honestly very lovely, actually. I'm sorry, you really didn't seem like the grew up in an abbey type.
Well, it's a long story.
Tell us, we've got time. Got the campfire and everything.
I've never told anyone before.
There's always a first.
And Miss Pry over here has gotten me to say more to her than I've said to people in years.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, she's annoying like that.
She probably knows more about oh god, she knows more about us than most people do. And we don't even
So
know
you're
each
saying
other
she's
that
a
well.
security liability.
She is.
Nate, like, puts his hand on his sword. I'm joking. It's a joke. Jokes. See, this is why I'm not a shopkeep.
I just like knowing things about other people. Especially the people that I'm traveling with, you know, so we can get to know each other and all that. I'm an open book, so.
Well, I suppose I can give you the short version. When I was growing up, my mother wasn't always the only one tending the abbey, but eventually the numbers dwindled and she was left to keep it open all on her own. It was just me and her, and, well, we needed money. The donations from the town, they were good, but, well, one night the abbey was robbed, and we weren't so good after that. The townsfolk banded together and raised just enough money to keep the place open for a week or so, and And by the time that time had passed, everybody had acted like the problem was solved. They'd made their donations, more than they usually had. They weren't going to be hounded or hassled, especially not by a young boy. So I tried my hand at a few different jobs with the little time I had left, and I realized, well, clearly the people who robbed the Abbey had an idea of how to get money, and maybe I could try my hand at that. It's really a wonder we didn't get robbed when I was younger. We would have been absolutely out on out from under the place. It was full of security risks. My mother didn't know what she was doing, but, well, I've managed to shore up most of those, and now she's doing fine for money, so I say, all's well that ends well.
Well, I am very sorry that that happened, but I am, in a way, glad the money is that you're. It's going to something good, I suppose.
Well, yes. What did you think I was doing with the money?
I'm not sure. To be completely honest, again, you did not seem like the Abby type.
And I didn't seem like the orphan type, but you saw that.
So everyone's full of surprises around here.
I suppose so.
We send money back home too. Just something you do.
Just something you do.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not an asshole, at least. Fully.
Oh, yes. I should probably write home and check in on things before we get there.
Let them know you're not too far off.
Hmm.
Definitely don't want to surprise them with our little band of whatever you want to call it.
Definitely not. And who knows, maybe Belle made it home after all.
Mm-hmm. He's just gonna take another bite because she hadn't mentioned that to anybody else. Only Leo knew about that. But he is gonna look away.
Nate is sensing some tension around this issue. He's going to steer clear of it.
What, the whole the missing brother situation?
Yeah, it might be a discussion for a later date. That seems a little bit more intense than stories about growing up in an abbey.
No, to self, do not give Danika any reason to talk. Unless you want it.
Hmm?
Sorry.
No, go.
No, Danika doesn't have anything at this moment.
Okay. I think I'm going to turn in. It's going to be a very, very long day. So, good night.
Nah.
Heads off to a room.
Please.
Yeah, I've made things awkward. I'm leaving.
You go visit your mom sometime.
Oh, I've visited her a few times, but, well, I don't know. Not in a few, well, years. Not really. Most of the time now, I just sort of watch her from afar, make sure the money gets in the door, write her a letter,
Don't want to disappoint
leave
her.
before I get caught. Well, just don't like lying to her. I never did.
Yeah, I know that feeling. you'd be surprised how much they realize.
Why I tend to keep my distance. Just in case.
Alright, we'll make plans to go visit her so you can go see your mom.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt. After we get some money, I do have to have something if I'm going to show up.
I'm sure we'll figure out something.
I'm sure we'll figure out something. Besides, I'm sure all the wards aren't that bad. I could probably get something here.
Don't steal anything.
Well,
find you a job.
It's okay. If I succeed, you won't know about it until after it's already done.
You know, I can get a hold of somebody that pays, like, good amounts that could get us a job.
I have tried many jobs, and I am the best at being my own boss. And whatever I'm doing now, apparently. But, that aside.
I mean, I'm still my own boss. I just have to keep to some restriction of, you know, whether the person needs to be alive or not, obviously, is a big factor.
I'm good at stealing things. I feel like I should keep doing it. It's definitely a lot faster than getting gold any other way. Besides, I only steal from people who, well, let's just say you wouldn't be angry about them being stolen from.
What about recovery?
Hasn't been a problem so far.
I mean, kind of pull out the one contract, Jay. For the rod. Somebody wanted this retrieved. It was in my dad's stuff. Not sure.
Recovery job.
Yeah, not sure what they'd pay. There isn't a lot of information on it.
Okay, Nate is gonna try and memorize the details of this in case he comes upon anything about it later on.
Alright.
Yeah, all he knows is it's in the Pantier Mountains? Is how you pronounce that?
Yes, the Pantier Mountains.
The delivery, I believe, was to one of the islands, though. So it was across the water.
Yes.
Alright. Nate is going to
he'll probably actually
absorb
point
this.
out. Yeah. He'll actually pull out the other one, which there was like a escape job, like somebody escaped from a prison too. And that he will mention he has the item that's supposed to go off when they're within 1,000 feet of this person and get brighter as they get near him.
Yep.
But those are the only two things he could see Nate be willing to do as far as like his stuff, because the one he can't read for some reason, it blurs. And the other one, unless we want to deal with Shade again.
So,
I mean, these are two
Nate
options.
will read over the bounty, but he will hand it back to you.
Yeah,
He's
that
thinking.
one's a return alive to the City of Mist, if you find them type of thing.
Well, I don't typically do bounties, but I suppose if we find him, considering that item you have and everything.
Yeah, I figured we'd keep that as a back pocket thing when we're traveling around. Who knows, we might run across him.
Alright then, it seems like we have some work to do. At least after we finish up in the school.
Yeah, I gotta take her to at least home after this, and then I'm very tempted to check out that cult, but I want to find out more about it before I even think about that.
Hmm. Cults are interesting subjects.
Yeah, I want to.
Always so odd.
Yeah, I want to see if it's still active for one, and two, what were they trying to bring back?
Hmm.
That's a dangerous thought. That just would be a general deal with it situation. So,
That did sound rather dire. Do you think that was... Well, you don't think. You don't think that that cult has been working on that ever since then, do you?
What's to stop them if any were left alive?
Well, I'd suppose years and years isn't that much when what you're trying to do is raise a god or a demon or something. Maybe... Well, maybe they haven't made much progress. Or I imagine we'd be in some sort of apocalypse right now.
depends on the god, too.
Hmm.
I'd still like to be more safe than sorry later.
Oh, of course.
It's something that it seems like we could go deal with before issues do come up in the future. It wouldn't hurt to go look at it.
And they tend to have plenty of expensive summoning equipment.
Oh yes, that you can steal.
Haha! I found a way to do my job. My niche has been acquired. You'd be surprised. It's great stealing from criminals. They have no recourse.
I don't steal from them, but there are plenty that I deal with that I really wouldn't care and turn a blind eye to you doing.
Wonderful.
These two are gonna make a great pair.
Oh yeah.
He kills
Oh,
the
yeah.
person, you go steal from the person.
Hey, it's not stealing if they're already dead. It's looting.
Yeah, at that point
You gotta let them steal and then you kill them. That's
That's
how
how
we
it happens.
optimize this. Yeah.
It
And when you're both still technically committing crimes. That's how it has to happen.
simultaneously. Yeah, it happens simultaneously. You steal, he kills.
Yeah.
Look. Nate is gonna be very uncomfortable with all this murder. So
Hey, to be fair, he's doing the same kind of job work, or doing this job work to send money back home to his family, so you know.
listen. I'm sure there'll be a conversation about it in the future. We'll cross that
Cross that
horrible
bridge
bridge when we come to it. Sure, it'll be fine.
He's probably gonna actually bunk out on the couch because fireplace.
There. Yeah. Unless there's anything else.
Nate is gonna do a Seraphina and walk over to Danika.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
He's learned
Here we
not to
go.
push Danika because he's made a deal with her that he will only ask her information if she wants information on him.
Well, Nate never learns, so this is gonna go great.
Fair enough.
Kind of leaning against like the stonework of the fireplace, just.
Nate's trying to he's trying to seem cool. He's leaning against the fireplace too. He's got like an arm on it, like
Kelly.
hand on the hip, like, oh yeah, we're
Oh,
we're
sorry.
teammates
I didn't
now.
mean lean, I mean like laying, like.
Oh, like laying, like.
Oh yeah, like kind of sitting down, laying against the thing.
Okay.
For those people who are insane and sleep upright 98% of the time.
That is definitely some form of insanity.
Yes.
But he won't falter. But he's looking down at her then, just trying to like, how do you casually walk up to somebody who's like trying to go to sleep and start a conversation?
Not
He's
easy.
struggling. All right, he's looking down. So, What are you doing here?
What was that?
What are you doing here? I'm getting paid. The short one is, well, from here, or went to school here, or something. And the, well, I can't think of a good enough way to make fun of him right now. But the other one, well, he seems to be on his own sort of mission and showed me a couple of bounties there a moment ago. So plenty of work there, but you don't talk. So I want to know what you're doing here.
I'm here because I have reason to be.
Well, that is generally the point of asking what the reason is, to find out.
You sure you want to know that?
Ooh. Now I definitely want to know.
Oh, well.
This group would be useful in taking on a dragon eventually.
What?
You're still awake, right? Like, we can still hear this going on.
She's in his head.
Oh.
Oh, Nate is speaking out loud. Oh no.
Oh, no.
One side of the conversation is audible.
Yep.
He's being hushed. He's
Although
he's
I
hushing.
apologize, I meant to outright say I was doing that in the brain.
Okay, well, that's it's a two-way radio in the brain, right? Okay, you'll talk back in the brain then.
Just go sip on drinks and eat
So-
his pastries.
Why would you want to probably kill yourself fighting a dragon?
Repossession.
Ah. Well, I've dealt with a lot of people attempting repossession in my time as a thief, so I must ask, what exactly are you trying to get back?
You know what? She's just gonna say this because honestly, the truth would fuck with you more.
Yeah. It's
So-
interesting.
But why? Exactly. Also, what? You can't. How are you? Maybe I don't want to know. Maybe you were right. What does one do with the soul of a dragon? Precisely.
Return it from what? Where it split, apparently.
Ah. Where do dragon souls come from?
Where does your soul come from?
Well, according to my mother, the higher planes or some such. I don't pretend to know.
Exactly.
So, where are you going to put it?
Mm-mm.
Seems like you may have some holes in your plan.
I don't know. As I do a thing, it goes to the one that wants it.
Well, I suppose you have chosen a decent crew. I do tend to specialize in going to dangerous places, taking things, and leaving, so if you're doing something like that, which it sounds like you are, then, well, you're in good company. Go a little easier on everyone, okay? You don't need to spend all your time in the corner. He's gonna walk away and breathe a sigh of relief that he somehow did not blunder that horribly.
Fair
And
enough.
go sleep somewhere.
Fuck, do I have one more thing?
Do you have one more thing?
Is Leo still conscious over there?
Yeah, I mean, he's still doing like his little ritual, drinking a little bit. He has calmed down a little bit past couple of weeks, but he still drinks before bed. Didn't get like fucking wasted, at least right now.
In your head. What's family like? Or what would you say family is like?
Hmm. You talking about when I had one or the adopted one?
Whichever.
Well, from what I do know is you take care of each other and a lot of love to go around, I guess.
Right.
About all I got for you, because I was pretty young when I lost mine.
I see.
Why do you ask?
Are you asking out of curiosity as part of the exchange you talked about last time?
Curiosity.
Not important enough for curiosity, I'm afraid.
Oh,
But fuck it. That's the way you seem to talk about it. It seems normal. So that's supposed to be anyway.
I mean, not all families are that great, I'm sure. Well, my experience very different from Seraphina's. What she sees as normal is not what I see as normal because I didn't have it.
And yet you still somehow found something you would give a shit about coming back to.
Maybe you just haven't found your reason yet.
Please, I'd sooner see my home burn than send something back to it.
I went from one home to another. May have been in the same area, but I still consider it just as much my home. At least where I belong. You just need to find where you belong.
Right.
Hmm. Now you're still around us.
Your usefulness outweighs your annoyance.
Try to be a bit more open-minded. You never know what can happen while we're traveling around. He might even start to care about us.
Whatever.
He is not gonna respond. He'll just kind of chuckle to himself and keep drinking.
Yeah, that's all Dando's got.
Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah. I am unconscious, maybe. Allegedly.
Is there anything else?
Not right now.
Cool, cool, cool. Then we will get to things in the morning next time.
Yay!
Woo!
You guys get to explore magic school next time.
Yes!
Yay.
Hogwarts!
A little less problematic than Hogwarts.
A little less. But I can still sing the theme song.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's try not to.
We'll
Alright,
do...
secondary
Oh, go ahead.
Secondary question about that school, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That stairway is always moving. What is their tardy policy?
You're tardy.
Be prepared. In E minor.
Ah, of course. So the stairs will fuck you. Got it.
Yes.
Yes.
You're saying, Fox.
We're gonna do this one again tomorrow, but next week I will be able to start doing Rift again, so we'll only do the 1-and-1 thing
Yeah.
next week.
Yep.
I'm back.
Yeah. That'll be nice.
Awesome.
All right.
Alright. But yeah. Thank
Thank
you,
you all.
stream.
And thank you all for coming out and playing. Fun. Fun. Fun.
Have a good night, stream.
Have a good night, stream.
Can't